Today is the first. We're shooting from a party in the mountains of Monterey Car Week. We sat down with Isaac and Sandi, the owners of 408 Garage, a performance shop in the San Jose area, along with their head tech Brandon, a 23-year-old who's already building out McLaren engines. This episode was recorded at the final event of the 408 Garage Experience, a Car Week experience they host every year that consists of a rally, dinner, and Saturday night party, which is where we shot during this episode right here. This is Supercar Connection. This is the Supercar Connection podcast, bringing you behind-the-scenes conversations from across the industry. If you love supercars, you're in the right place. So let's hit it.
What would you call this? The 408 what?
408. So this is the 408 Garage 2024 Car Week Experience.
Oh yeah. So break us down a little bit. What does the entire Car Week experience look like from a 408 perspective?
Yeah. So.
Well, we organize our drive, our rally. We start out with registration, and then we host our drive to the Crow's Nest, and we end up in Carmel. And that pretty much concludes Thursday, the beginning of the drive, with the exception of dinner. And then Friday, we have another dinner. We host at Baja Cantina. And here we are Saturday night for the big party.
Yeah.
Costa Day 408.
Why don't y'all do it at Olive Garden?
We thought about that, but they refuse to host any car enthusiasts.
We're not family there. That's the thing. We're not like family there. So that's the problem. So yeah, and it's our sponsors that make it all happen. And we have Foodsie that caters. They catered our breakfast at the start grid.
Hell yeah.
We had Essence Detailing. They did detailing for the cars. Got them all ready. James, the guy with the donut. So you guys are probably wondering like what's up with the donuts all over his car, but he actually owns a bunch of donut shops. So him and his wife own a bunch of donut shops, and we're really lucky to have him because every event that we've ever done, cars and coffee shows, whatever, he just supplies us with all our donuts, and they're out of control good. So that's why the car's actually wrapped.
Well, it was actually comical because Monterey made an example of him being pulled over, and that was on their IG page.
Their CHP.
This year or last year?
No,
this year.
Yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah, they pulled him over. It's all over. It went crazy.
So you're telling me if I go and buy a bunch of donut shops, I can get a McLaren 600 LT?
You might be able to.
But you want to keep the ticket.
Yeah. But you don't want to get.
Can I take a picture of your car? But you have to have the ticket as well.
Is it just me, or is the police just a little bit on one more this year than comparative?
They're horrific. This is the worst. This is the worst
year, huh?
I've ever seen it. It just even like Brent. I mean,
They had me take off my banner right on Ocean.
Really?
Yeah, so it's either take the banner or get a picture. And
It's our first time really being up
What
here,
what
especially
banner?
this.
I had a 408 banner
The windshield banner.
on the windshield. Yeah.
Oh, on the front.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Their excuse was obstruction of view.
Wow.
And I looked up the law. It says 4 inches though, and it's
nothing.
it's well past 4 inches.
Yeah.
And then there's Isaac, who made it crystal clear that if anyone pulls him over to remove that, he's going to say, "This is how many shits I give."
So that's the famous line of the show. You see this right here? That's one shit. This is 2 shits. That's how many shits I give, right?
If you get to 2, it's
And he
you're
would take the
pushing
ticket,
already.
not take it
Yeah, I
off.
totally take the ticket. I'm not taking off my company.
Although we got a
representation.
ticket on the way to the shop last
did.
night.
Yeah,
we
we
had to
did.
go to the shop to prepare everything for this, and
It's
we
crazy.
got pulled over.
I mean, 2 years ago when we were doing this event, we had our Lotus. So Sandi had a Lotus Evora GT. I have the Aston Martin that's out there, and we both use it there. We have our own cars, and we parked them, and we were just hanging on Ocean. Come back, both of our cars have tickets on them for no front plates while they're parked.
Wow.
Yeah. So and it sucks because we as a car community, right? We get together and we bring so much revenue to this car house. All of Monterey, the whole county. I mean, it's not just one street that gets the attention. It's the whole county, all the restaurants that we eat at.
The Best Western.
Yeah.
$800 a night.
$600 fucking dollars.
Right.
Travel lodge was $750. I was like, go fuck yourself.
Literally.
But what are you
Trust
going to
me.
do?
No,
Right?
you have to eat it.
Yeah,
you literally have no choice. You have to take it.
You just
You
take
have
it in
no-
the ass. Like
you have no
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, it's horrific. It sucks, but it's following it.
And
So-
you said you guys went back to the shop?
Yeah, we went back to the shop because shop's about an hour away. Sorry,
What city is it in?
shop's about an hour away, and we just prepare for the party. So all the alcohol, all the, you know, we full blown event here. So.
What city is the shop in?
It's in Campbell. So Campbell it's San Jose area, Bay Area. Okay. So Campbell is right underneath Santa Cruz. So it's right between Santa Cruz and San Jose. So
yeah, so 17 right there.
What?
You got 17 right there.
Yeah.
Highway 17. So it's a fun drive.
So before we even get further, because we just jumped right into it, what is 408 Garage?
Yeah.
Foreman shop, all sorts of things.
Yeah. So we build crazy fucking cars. We build crazy shit, and then we maintain it.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we do. And, yeah. And this guy right here, this is the man. Like I don't give a shit who you are out there. I know you're some badass techs. There's some badass techs out there. But this fucker, he's 23 years old, and he's building crazy motors.
Hell yeah.
Crazy motors.
Hell yeah.
McLaren motors. We just did a Viper motor for a customer. And the beauty is this Viper guy had an ACR, so total track guy, older guy, his name is John, has a badass Viper. I've been chasing this guy as a customer for years to get him as a customer. And finally, you know, he was at Laguna Seca at the racetrack, and he got sand in his motor. And he's like, oh, you know, like, I don't trust anyone with my car. And I was like, John, we got this, right? We got this. And Brandon built him the most craziest motor. It was so perfect. It started on the first try. The first day he got it back on the track, because, you know, we did 5 oil changes, make sure everything's out. He set a PR on his first.
Holy shit.
Yeah, he set a PR.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I was like, that's it. This guy.
But that's just a needle in the haystack. I mean, look at the 600 LT. We were given a challenge that not many people in the US or even the world have accepted that challenge. And I feel like that was essential for us getting our name on the books.
Yeah, that's 600 LT dyno. You know, we're working with M Engineering on the tune on that. M is an exceptional company. They are the tuning company, especially for McLaren, Ferraris, Lambos. So we use them on our top-notch builds like that. And even M Engineering was like, okay, what the fuck? Because on 91 pump, it put down 800 horsepower. Jeez. So on
85,
on nothing. And so we're tuning that thing. We're waiting for the weather to cool down a little bit, because we were doing it. It was pretty hot. You know, we have a full dyno. We have a dyno in the shop. But E85 is next, and then we're doing methanol 109.
That's gonna be disgusting.
So we're gonna take that motherfucker to Texas 2K next year, and
It's gonna run, huh?
oh yeah, we're gonna run that thing at Texas 2K.
Hell yeah, let's go.
He hit, you know, he went home. He drives back and forth from Car Week. Like he
pushes that thing back home. How far is home for him?
home, San Jose. So
okay, no, it's not too crazy.
Not too crazy.
say
But
pushing
he
that
took a
thing-
detour. He took a detour. He actually went south first to Mexico. Okay, so he went south first to Mexico, and in Mexico he hit 224 miles an hour.
So he topped that thing out.
Yeah,
Or maybe
224.
maybe
He was
not
with
even
him
top that.
because I think he followed him. Yeah, it was a long trip down to Mexico, but
100%.
But-
Sometimes you got to go to TJ and back.
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It's just that's
100%.
Just to test the limits.
Quite a bit of
Mexico
miles.
is really good for that place.
Yeah. We love that. So you're the head tech at 23. How did you get started? I mean, you're building
I started really young.
McLaren motors.
Yeah.
You started young. With what? Go-karts? Tonka trucks?
Just, you know, I had a problem with my car and I wanted to fix it. I didn't want to pay anyone to fix it.
Yeah.
And that all sprouted to me putting a lift in my garage, working on my friends' cars, put a full 2-post. I built motors out of there, engine swaps, full manual conversions. You name it, I did it. 900 horsepower cars, single turbo, 135i, of course.
What was the first car you ever worked on?
I honestly don't even know. It was probably a Honda Odyssey, my mom's. You know, it's something basic. Yeah. Yeah.
To go from that to being able to work on McLaren motors
Yeah.
at 23,
Yeah.
it's impressive.
It's
Real.
He won't toot his own horn.
And he is a genius. He is a genius, and we're really, 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 really like I'm a shit talker, but I tear up because he's amazing, and we just love him. He's like
They're very thankful. You got a 2-year-old.
I'm very
So
thankful.
let's go one
too.
step further. I'll go even one step further. What's crazy is that we didn't even want to hire him. So when he applied, I was against it. I was totally against it. I was like, I don't know, because he has a shop in his own garage that he was working on. So my fear is like, oh, who's to say he doesn't come in and take my fucking customers?
Right, 100%.
Makes them fall in love with it. Yeah.
100%.
There you go. So I was actually really hesitant on hiring him, and I was telling Sandi that too. I was like, I don't know, I'm probably not going to do it. But it I think God put us in our lives for a reason. He's amazing. And then to make it even funnier is that when he did start, he's like, your name sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
Your last name sounds so familiar. He goes, I know that last name. Well, it's Grenenberg, right? Who the hell is named Grenenberg? There's 7 of us, right? So there's 7 of us, and he's asking like, how do you sound so familiar? So he had the same classes at Chico because he's got a degree at Chico for business.
I love it.
And he was in class with my daughter. So he had classes with my daughter.
Yeah, the universe does that.
Yeah.
The universe does that.
Yeah.
It puts people in your life.
Super small world.
Yeah, 100%.
And he's like our kid. He's at our house on weekends, and we have a
He's our well-behaved.
yeah. He's out of all of our kids. He's
And then there's the others.
he is really something else, and we're blessed out.
I love it. How big is the team at 408?
So it's Sandi, myself, Brandon, and we actually just hired another tech. We had 2 more techs, but it wasn't quite working out. They're not pulling weight like they should be. Arson, I have a personal assistant. He's here.
I love it. So you guys got a good squad then.
Yeah, we got a good spot. Really talented, really talented right now. So we're just looking forward to what we can do and build it out.
Opening up our enthusiast lounge.
Yeah. So that's our other side of our entity is we have 408 Vault that does car storage, and so that's part of 408.
Like exotic storage sector.
Yeah. So we have a huge shop, and then next door through like a speakeasy. It looks like so you walk in, and there's actually a speakeasy bar there, sort of enthusiast lounge, and it's got food table.
This is a whole thing. That's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. You gotta take a trip to freaking.
You guys check that out.
For real.
Literally.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
October is the goal.
That's it. The goal to launch the bar opening, but it's really cool. And she's the designer of it, and she's got this eye for stuff. And
It's awesome. Hell yeah. Well, when it opens in October, you guys can definitely consider us. That would be freaking incredible.
Have you ever noticed all the Montana license plates on the supercars and classic cars at a Cars and Coffee and wonder why that is? Well, Montana has 3 huge benefits. It's a state with no sales tax, low registration fees, and no smog restrictions, so you don't have to be worried about all those modifications you want to do. Now, you don't need any inside knowledge or property in Montana. MontanaTags.com will literally do everything for you step by step to set up your Montana LLC and get your new car registered under it. I just went through this process with these guys myself, and it only takes a couple minutes. Always make sure to follow your state and local laws and visit montanatags.com/supercarconnection or click the link in our bio to get started today. So how did 408 get started?
Sandi, go for that one.
Oh my goodness. So my son, who is a mechanic and loves tinkering with his vehicles, was making a mess of my fucking garage and my driveway and all my pavers. And we pretty much had it and wanted to find him a spot where he could work on his clientele outside of my home. So that was the goal. And we found this amazing property. And we just basically jumped into a new business endeavor with the whole team.
Yeah.
And decided I had always told Isaac that with his enthusiasm for cars and his knowledge and his connections, that he should be doing more with that and not for free.
Yeah.
We need to be charging people for what you're doing. So with my business endeavors, I decided that we needed to take that and use your skills and build an empire.
Yeah.
My goal was to build an empire, and I think that's what we're doing. I think we have a very solid team, and we just keep taking more steps forward.
Hell yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And my background is a software engineer, so I was a software engineer all my life. But I've always tinkered with cars. I've always played with cars. I track cars, motorcycles. That's always been my biggest passion. And I've kind of flip flopped. Like, when I exited one company, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to play with cars. Like, so we're going to play with cars. But then, of course, the money in tech is amazing. Go back to tech. So then I go back to cars. But this one is like with Sandi, like proposing this and with her brains behind it. She's. I can be messy. I can be messy. I can be sloppy. I have, she says I have the connections from everywhere. We've done a lot of rallies. Like we do a lot of rallies and so forth. And
Car people.
Yeah, we're just totally car people. And then she's just jumped into that life, and she's amazing. We track cars together. We take her on the track together.
So the biggest thing is that you touched on is the desire to build an empire.
Yeah.
You guys want to do this together and are able to build some of this together. That's probably one of the most beautiful things that at least 2 people can share. a common goal united trying to build something for the future, that means 408 is going to have a lot of success. The ball, everything.
We could have our own reality show. I can assure
I
you.
don't doubt it's
100%.
probably coming.
If you had your eyes in our shop,
It's probably a madhouse. Like if I could only imagine.
But you know, it's the shop is the layout of the shop is amazing too. Because I love a neat, organized white shop, and so we keep everything immaculate in there. The lifts are awesome. We turn down a lot of cars. We actually turn down a lot of cars on a daily basis that want to come in and can we get a wheel change. I'm like, well, what do you got? He's like, it's a 1999 Altima. I was like, click.
No.
Like, sorry, and it sucks. And I don't
Not
want to
what
sound
we
like
do.
a total asshole or anything like that,
Yeah.
but it's true. I turn down about 3 to 4 cars a day.
That's what
You're at
Jiffy
that
Lube's
point.
for.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not even that we're at that point. Like it's not because I'm trying to be a snob on what we work on, but a good example was like I did take a Honda Accord. Like we did take a Honda Accord in for an oil change, and happened to be a fucking Porsche drove by, and they're like, my Porsche's broken. Do you guys even work on anything high end? You know, ignore the fact that there was a Lambo in the shop and there was a Ferrari in the shop. There's an Altima, and I was or a Accord or whatever that thing was, and I was just like, fuck. And I told Sandy, like, after that, there's no more.
The imagery.
with
So when
your
you go, you just go, "This is my
connections and
nephew's
with
car."
your resources,
Yeah,
I
right.
feel
Really
like
quick.
we're able to have anything tangible. I feel like nothing is not within reach of what we want because of your connections.
It's fun. It's fun. So I've been in
Yeah.
the car. I've been in the car seat for a while.
It's almost a struggle though too, because it touches on what you talked about. Like when you have a performance center and you want to single out a specific clientele, you have to look at it from the overall picture. Because even inviting, like you said, even inviting one wrong car, you get the wrong image. You get
Yeah.
that branding to you.
Yeah.
The next thing you know, you have other people that want to pass on doing
Yeah.
certain job.
Yeah.
So how do you find the balance? What is the key to trying to find the balance?
The key balance. So I'm going to tell you, it's going to sound crazy. Is it Instagram worthy? Is your car Instagram worthy? And that's basically like I'll just cut straight to the
sounds so
truth.
cliche.
It sounds so shady,
Yeah.
but it's true. If your car, if I think your car is Instagram worthy, I'll take it. If it's not, it's not. You're fucking laughing. It's hilarious.
I'm laughing because of the realness.
It
I
is.
understand.
It's
Yeah, trust me, I get it, I get it.
I understand.
And people want to like think it. They don't want to say it. I'll fucking say it. If your car is not Instagram worthy, I don't want it in the shop.
I understand. I understand.
That's
That was my whole criteria when I bought my car. Like I got 60 grand to get the most Instagram worthy car possible.
Yep.
I can get an
It's-
Aston
it's-
Martin.
He has the most Instagram with the car.
It's
Well, you're naughty because if anyone pulls up outside of the shop, he's like, "What the fuck is this piece of shit doing out there?"
And you have a Lotus Evora GT.
I sold it.
yeah.
Oh, you sold.
Now I have the most underrated car.
Oh,
So you're
wow.
saving that in your back pocket.
That's your back pocket one? I love it.
It's bad. So
Also, the Lotus could fall into that category too.
yeah, it's we're car people. We have had and we've sold and we pick up quite the collection. And she is. I mean, she's a car. She bought a '65 Shelby Daytona.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, she bought a '65 Shelby Daytona. She had a
Fuck.
Lotus Evora GT.
It's amazing.
Her Panamera Turbo S E Hybrid Sport Turismo is out of control.
I can only imagine.
It's out of control.
It's probably cracked the fuck out.
It
This is-
launches so
yeah.
hard.
He lines up the Aston. I'm like, see ya.
She does. It blows the doors off my Aston Martin Vantage, and the Aston is tricked out. Like
You got too much downforce. That's why.
it does have a lot of downforce. It does have a lot of.
You're showing me your wing. You got like custom hydraulics. It's
Yeah,
GPS
yeah,
connected.
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, that wing is pretty bad. So we call it. I named it the Peacock, right? Because the wing kind of opens up. So me and Brandon, I designed it, I engineered it. Brandon executed the build on it, but it's fully actuated, built off of GPS. So there's a Raspberry Pi in the car, and it's got a GPS actuator in it. We're still working out the software on the track software, but you just open up your app and you choose what track you're on, and it knows whether you're going down a straight or whether you're going into a turn, and it knows based on how that turn is, how much that wing is going to adjust on it. And once it goes down the straight, it goes all the way back to create as little drag as possible.
Yeah.
And the first time we built it, we were like, okay, it's built. Like, how do we know if this thing works? But me and Brandon went out. It was pretty late at night. It was like 9 or 10 at night, and we hooked it up to our computer, and we put the cruise control on 75 miles an hour. We're like, okay, so cruise control's on 70. Let's start fucking lifting that wing. It's got a manual control in there, and so we're watching it on the computer, and we're watching every single click that it comes up. We're watching the throttle. We're watching that throttle like just so you can see that it's creating drag. So it's
Yeah.
creating more and more drag. Then we did it at 80. So I think it was about like 4%.
Yeah. It was a bit of a crude way to test it, but it was able to be replicated many times. So obviously we want to get a better data point to reference for the future.
Right.
We are wanting to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, sorry.
You gotta shove it in there.
Sorry. It just, yeah.
2 hands.
So if all three of you are extreme car people,
What's that?
if all three of you are extreme car people, what is your guys' favorite, I guess, brand or moniker?
Brand?
Yeah.
What's your favorite brand?
Yeah, if you had to pick one.
I already know. What's your favorite brand?
Oh my God, Porsche. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Porsche's your favorite brand, but you say it incorrectly.
That's awesome. She loves it. She's a Porsche girl, and I can't do it. I'm not. Every fucking time I go to buy a car, every single time, I want to be. So the thing is like I want to be a Porsche guy. Like I love the idea. I want to be a fanboy. I want to be one of these old guys rolling around in their. You look pissed. You're like I'm a fucking Porsche.
No. You're talking to the wrong people. Or I guess the right people. You're talking to the right
So what happens is like so I bought it. My first kind of like exotic high-end car was I bought an AMG GTS. Okay,
Picture car.
But I went to go buy a Porsche. I was like, I'm going to buy a Porsche. I'm going to be one of these Porsche guys, right? And I went to the dealer and I was dead set on it. I was going to get a GT3 and I fucking drove the car and I was like, I fucking can't do it. Like I cannot do it. There's nothing behind this car. It has no power whatsoever.
It's a lifeless.
It's crazy to me. Like I
BMW.
so I just can't do it. And then I was like, I can spend 40,000 less, 40 to 50,000 less, and buy a car that'll blow the doors off of it in every aspect.
Yes.
In every aspect. And I was like, I just went and bought an AMG GT. I don't know. I think in my opinion, it's a superior car. Yeah, it doesn't go up in value. It actually drops in value, but I can't understand why. Like, I just don't understand why. It's so fucking basic inside. It's slow. It's
lifeless.
It's like there's nothing special about it. There's nothing special.
Cult
about
following.
it. Except for
Until you get behind the wheel of my car.
yeah,
Come on, Isaac.
yeah, but the only exception I have, the only one is the Turbo S. Like,
Yeah.
is the Turbo S. Like, we build a crazy Turbo
That
S.
thing
for
was
our
a
customer.
rocket.
If you bring that car to life, then I could see it.
Yeah,
You gotta. It
Has to have an exhaust.
Everything-
has to have an exhaust.
fuck stock.
Yes.
Fuck
It cannot
stock.
be
Gotta
stock.
have an
There's
exhaust.
nothing. I cannot do a stock car.
No.
I cannot do a stock car. And
Stiffen the suspension.
yeah,
Too
it's got
comfortable. Too boring.
we put the M engineering.
You
tune
have
on
to
the
do
car.
downpipes on them. You have to do
22-inch
downpipes.
AL13s on it, and we tuned it. And we put the exhaust on it. That car came to life.
You've got to put
Sounds
a
amazing.
Brabus kit on it. You've got to sink $500,000.
Oh, we gotta put tech art. We have tech art here.
You got tech art.
You guys have some crazy shit then. Holy shit, some tech art
Yep.
shit too?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Tech art stuff is wild.
No,
I think
it's
I'm at that
beautiful.
point too in my life where I can't go to a stock car anymore.
I can't go with the stock car.
I can't
She
do a
can't go
stock
with the
car.
Oh, God, no.
I can't do a stock
Good
car.
Lord, no.
Fuck no. It's absolutely insane. But I mean, it's just for me, getting into the exotic world was one thing. Being able to reach that level where I'm like, okay, this is now the realm that I'm in. But then now being able to jump into the modified exotic world, it's fucking.
It's a whole nother level.
Crazy.
It fucking blows my mind.
It's crazy because, like, for me, I'm 48 years old. Like, back in my day, to even like hear that someone had a Countach or something like that, I was like, holy shit. Now it's like, who gives a flying fuck if you have a Huracan or anything like that? What's done to it?
Yes, exactly.
Because it's a dime a dozen car.
It's a whole new age now.
Yeah, it's
You don't even have
crazy.
wheels on your car? What?
Basic guy.
Right. Everyone, that's what's crazy. Everyone buys wheels.
Yes.
I mean, maybe it's just everyone buys wheels now. Like that
Exhaust
used to-
wheels.
It was so rare to swap out wheels on a supercar, and now it's like mandatory. Step one.
Yeah.
Seems like for everyone.
It's crazy. We got wheels on Porsche is.
So what's your reason for liking Porsche so much? Or Porsche? My bad.
I just think they're so pretty. Depending on what you have. I mean, I think that I fell in love with the Panamera being that it's a wagon. You just don't see those out there.
True.
And that's why for me, I think it's so underrated because I'll hop in the Aston. Everyone looks at that car with that build. It's an easy, like, eye candy.
Right.
But you go in the Porsche and it's like, maybe an enthusiast here and there will recognize it and realize what it is. But until you come up and give me that little challenge, and it's a hybrid, so I'm quiet. Like I'm pretty quiet. I've got a little bit of purr in my exhaust.
you have the
So that shit
turbo
turns,
hybrid?
That shit probably fucking burns.
Yes, I do.
Sport Turismo?
Correct.
Yeah, Turbo S, hybrid, Sport Turismo.
The top of the top of the top.
The nice, pretty matte wrap.
Yeah, they're massive.
She has the carbon, so it's huge fucking.
The acid.
And I never thought I'd own a wagon. Like it's just
it's
like the
something
Brady
crazy,
Bunch, right?
right.
Like I never figured I'd own a wagon. But getting behind that and having someone come up and ready to go, and then you smoke them, that's it.
It's a good feeling, huh?
So it beats the RS6.
But it's
huh?
not a track
For the
car,
best
so we're
wagon?
working on that.
That's a hard one.
Really? Really?
I like the RS6.
Brandon's not sure of it.
I
love
like the
the
RS6.
RS6.
I like the RS6. I've never felt anything launch as hard as that car.
Really? Yeah.
Never. It's nuts. And we tune. It's got a tune on it. Like we had a tune on it. We play back and forth with the tune on it and stuff like that. It's 800 horse. It's yeah. And she's bad. She's bad. And every
caused a little bit of trouble.
Yeah,
so
it
I'm
needed
untuned with them.
but everyone who sees her drive and like what the fuck, like people on the rally that came on this rally, they're like, your wife is fucking crazy. Like that thing is fast and she can drive. And I think she even got like a compliment is that like, you know, when this one of our friends is like, you know, he brings these dates on these rallies. She's like, every time they see her drive, it's like an inspiration.
Right.
And she's bad. She's bad.
I love it.
And I've taken her on the track, and I love tracking cars. I've taken him on the track, and
This guy on the track is wild,
He pushes it to the limit, huh?
dude. That you and the Aston Martin, Jesus,
What track do y'all go to?
Laguna.
Laguna?
just right here, Laguna. Like, I like Laguna. I like
How
Buddy
convenient
Willow.
to have Laguna.
So you know,
It's right by you.
you know that's and that's something
we
you
just
know.
we just hit up Laguna.
I was thinking about, you know, when we pitched the whole idea of being on the show and everything like that, is like that's kind of like a big difference. What I feel between Northern California and Southern California is that our Northern California culture, we're all about like we have 5 tracks, like 5. We have two Thunder Hill tracks. Buddy Willow's halfway, Laguna Seca, Sonoma.
Yeah.
We drive like we drive like we like to push it. We drive. We got some crazy back roads. You know, you guys got the Mulholland and on all those the Angels Crest Highway and stuff
He
like.
likes them a little more than I do.
Yeah.
Those types of drives. But I understand.
Angels Crest. How do you not like Angels
push the
Crest?
cars?
We
what they're
pushed our
fucking meant
cars.
to be pushed.
Northern California buys a car to drive it, and down south, I think you have like a few people that pitch in to have one car.
That you do.
That's a real thing.
I've seen that. Yeah.
I promise you that you do. I
seen
promise
that.
you that you do.
It's true, but
Been confirmed several times.
But the first time I took her on the track, you know, I had the AMG and I took her on the track, and she's like, "I've never been on the track," and she put on a helmet. She's like, "Oh shit!" Like shit's getting.
I can breathe at first.
Yeah, and I was like, just take a deep breath, and you know, I have a whole communication system in there. And I said, you know, if I tell you, like, are you gonna throw up? You just give me a thumbs down if you feel like you're gonna throw up, and otherwise you're gonna be good. I said, I'll take it easy. I love that about her.
I don't get car sick.
Like I love that because we push it hard. And I told her I was like, you know, I'll start taking it easy, and we gotta warm up the tires and everything like that. And then I said, you good? She gave me a thumbs up, and we fucking went
Fucking
for
rip
it.
it.
Yeah, and
You're
then
pushing the Aston, or what are you pushing?
yeah. What's that?
You're pushing the Aston on the
Yeah,
track?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah. That Aston probably has
See
more.
the build?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's
fucking stupid.
it's-
built for the track.
Oh, it's stupid.
It's
I love it.
it's probably got more track miles than it does street miles.
That's awesome.
So it's an absolute beast on the track.
That's awesome.
It's
Downforce
bad.
king.
The downforce is amazing. Everything's chassis mounted, and
Oh hell yeah.
yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a fun car,
His front splitter comes out like that far. It's like,
and you can stand on it.
yeah.
It's a
He
bad
did it. She showed us.
I love it.
Stomp on the thing.
Oh shit! It doesn't break.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it. I can't wait to see
In
it.
and out off the wing on the back, just to prove that it could handle the weight of a double.
It's a bad car, and everything is functional, and it was built off of Laguna Seca because when you're coming over turn 1, I mean, before I had that, you're kind of that back end's coming out. I mean, you're puckered up when you're doing that. So like, and so adding more downforce.
That's
really
where
helped
life
a lot.
happens, right?
Yeah, it's fun. And then I put her on the track, and she's like, "Okay, let's go." Like we got her a track car, and that was fun teaching her.
Who's the better driver?
she?
Don't give it up. So you can't give it up that easy. Come
I
on.
don't know, dude. This guy is pretty quick.
He's like, Smacking me.
Yeah, she's like, we were on Buying Willow, and I was like, come on, you can go for, like, say we're not going to fucking Sunday church. Let's fucking
let's
go.
go.
Take her leg and
let's
shove it
get-
down on
yeah.
the gas. I said, fucking
You
go.
had me smoking that
Push
old
it.
man in the convertible
Push it.
car.
Yeah, no shame, no fuck everybody. Let's go.
The poor guy.
Yeah. But it was fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and
There it
she's
is.
sad. So once she got the feel of like actually being able to pass people and getting pointed by, and you know, if you want to look her up on Instagram, that is her Instagram handle. Is one is always fueled, and number 2 is point me by. That's actually her Instagram handle is point me by.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And you have a 650, yeah?
Yeah.
650S. That's a fun car.
Yeah.
How long have you had it?
Not too long.
Tell the story. Come on, tell the story.
Yeah, I want to hear the story.
Tell the story. This
hear
is
this.
crazy.
There's a story.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
45 minutes after I got it, up in SAC, just chilling at a light for like 5 minutes straight.
Limp mode?
18
In the back. Everyone was
way.
parked up, so that quarter panel. Yeah.
How bad?
The whole quarter panel needs to be replaced.
He had that car fixed 4 hours before we took off on the rally.
Well, he was
I
up
finished
all
at
night
3:30 in the
at the
morning.
shop till 4 a.m.
4 a.m. fixing his car to get it to make it look immaculate for
I
her.
respect that. I respect
So it's all fixed now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to make some adjustments here and there. Probably.
So not that long.
Yeah, probably.
It does the job. It does what it needs to do.
Yeah, maybe give it a little bit. It just
I feel
happened. You feel me?
So you got it, what, like 3 weeks ago?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
So I'm like still, obviously this is out, but
He's
still with
nuts.
insurance.
So
I don't even know where all the buttons are.
Because after the donut car, he's like, I gotta have a McLaren. I gotta have a McLaren. Like I want
Cars are
it.
amazing. In my opinion, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
That's your brand.
100%.
I fucking break down all the time.
coming back
Okay,
off
so here's the
after.
thing. So for me, it's a little bit different. So I started off with Ferrari, and or at least growing up, the two of us specifically, we were always Lambo kids. Like that was our everything growing up.
You guys
Lambo
grew up
Post-
together?
half-assed in the sense we played college football together, but like
Dodgeball?
college football together.
College football.
College.
I thought dodgeball.
We were like dodgeball players.
It's loud in here. Collegiate dodgeball players.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we
You should see me move. It's ridiculous.
kid is a fucking lightning. So what we bonded by just talking about cars in general, and then specifically Lamborghini was our thing. So coming into it, we finally got a little bit older, starting to mess with some cars. My first supercar that I got was a 458. No Lambo, I went Ferrari first. And I was kind of like, I kind of like this shit. This is a little bit different, a little more sophisticated. I like the car. That 9,000 red line was
Yep.
absolutely ridiculous.
Beautiful.
Sounds great.
Then I just recently, in March, I got a 720. That car to this day is still the best car I've ever had in my entire life.
Crazy
Right there.
That car
fast.
is fucking
They're crazy.
ridiculous. That
Is it
car
tuned?
perfect.
Is
No,
it tuned?
That's the thing.
Bring me the fucking
No,
car.
hold on, here. So I'll finish.
Now it's gone. So
So exactly. So I got the 720. I bought it. It was a 2020 with like 9,000 miles. I drove it to 18,000 miles. No, not a single problem.
Oh, you got lucky.
Not a single problem. Granted, I drove it. I drove the
I don't
shit.
believe you.
Brand new?
it was a
No,
20. It was a
2020,
2020.
like 9,000 miles.
I don't
drove it
believe you.
18
I don't-
in like 4 months.
Bullshit. Bullshit. I don't believe it.
I promise you. No problems. It was fantastic. It was great. So then I end up. What happened was I was
Gavin
gonna,
as his witness.
Thank you. No problems. Trust me. Every time I drove, I was sitting there like, what the fuck's gonna happen?
When's
What
the
fuck's
bent
happen?
rod gonna
Every time
come?
I hear a different noise once, and I'm like, oh fuck me. But what happened was I was gonna end up tuning the car. I was gonna mod. I was gonna Eric's gonna do an exhaust on it. He was gonna do like a stupid build on it.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, a different car came up for sale, and I was like, fuck, this is a bad whip. I was like, let me see if I can go after it. And a buddy of mine was the one selling it, and another buddy of mine was the one transacting everything. So I was able to work, and that's how I ended up with the event.
The Aventador.
So I had no intention of getting that car.
Yeah.
It was the 720.
But do you like it better than the 720?
That's the thing. It's different.
It's different.
To say I like it better is probably a little aggressive.
Yeah.
But they're two different cars.
720s are nasty, dude. Those things
720
are
might be the
nasty.
best car that exists.
Yeah.
So good.
They drive. Okay. Besides the reliability, try to find a weak point in the 720.
Reliability.
The sound.
That's it.
Yeah, I was about to say
That
reliability.
shit, you see it. So you all see it as unreliable. I see that shit as job security.
Yeah.
Exactly. As long as those
Where do they
cars
go?
exist, it's 100%.
They go to 408 Garage.
Exactly. But besides the reliability, you can see out of it. It's all glass up top. Okay. On top of it, it handles ridiculous. Okay?
Yeah, they do.
You throw an exhaust on it, it sounds
Hydraulic
perfect.
steering.
Hydraulic steering. Okay. The accumulators make it feel like you're just riding.
Piss missile.
Like, exactly.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it's fucking one of the fastest cars.
It is.
Besides
It's crazy.
765,
It's
what's
crazy.
beating that?
And the doors go like this. Like,
Not like this.
Literally checks off every damn box. Yes. Not no swan bullshit.
Our doors go like this.
yeah, they do look like that. They look like,
Yeah.
like this.
They go a little bit.
Like
a little bit.
this.
Yeah.
Like this.
A little bit.
It's a little swoop.
Hey, it's up. All right. It's up.
But the Aventador is insane. I will admit that car. I mean, granted,
Car's
part of the
insane.
reason why I got it,
I think they're just too big. They're wide. They're huge.
They're heavy to drive. Okay,
And they're
ti-
just wide.
They're wide. When you're driving, it literally feels like you want to go into the next lane.
Right,
You're trying
right.
to
It
control
takes up a whole lane. Yeah.
It's draining to
Yeah,
drive.
it's a fucking school bus wide.
But the exhaust mixed with the presence,
Yeah,
you can't
absolutely.
beat it.
You can't.
But again, it's totally different purpose.
Yeah.
If you're talking about getting an actual car that you want to drive,
Yeah.
that car's a piece of shit. But if you want a car to be for branding and
Right.
marketing and stuff
Right,
like
right,
that,
right. Yeah, there's nothing like that.
And to put a smile on your
Yeah.
face when you go.
That high pitched sound.
Yeah.
exactly.
Ow. One more time.
I can do this all night. All right.
Dude, he'll do the same shit.
Let's hear it. What? Give us your best Aventador
We're gonna loop that shit
Aventador?
right now.
with the voodoo
Fuck,
exhaust.
with the voodoo exhaust. I'm not a noisemaker. I can't do it. I can.
Yes, you can.
No, have you seen that guy on
Mr. Car Sounds.
Yeah, Mr. Car
Oh,
Sounds,
yeah, yeah.
Greg.
Yeah.
So like, I had an obsession with like watching his video. I was like, fuck, this guy's pretty fucking dead on. with
Right,
it.
he can do his shit pretty decent.
But,
It's pretty
I
good.
can't do it. Like I'm not putting my shit in a fucking toilet
he's
paper.
so-
No, you can't. You're not trying to be him.
I can't do. I can't
You're just
do
kind of
Car
trying to be the Aventador.
Sounds. I, like, yeah, just like. Like I don't know. I'm not a. I can't do.
I don't
I can
have
do motorcycle sounds. Motorcycle sounds all day long. I can do.
I don't have a
can't.
9mm to pop off.
Yeah.
Simulate the backfire sounds. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop.
Let me ask you guys this: how long you guys been doing the Car Week experience?
Shit. This is
Third
our
year.
third year. Yeah.
Third year.
Third
So you guys
year.
been in it for a minute
year,
then. Fuck yeah.
Sells out every year. Every
What
year
made
it
the
sells
jump? Okay, when did 408 start and what year again?
out. We're
19.
19.
19.
Yeah.
So then shortly after, you guys were like, "This would be a good idea if we
Absolutely.
just kind of
We
correlated."
just want to be part of it. Like we don't.
And you're
I'm-
close.
I'm not a spectator. I don't give a shit what. I'm not a spectator. I'm a participant. Yeah, and I don't know what to say. I'm a spectator. I want to be in it. I think that we can provide the world with some fun stuff, and that's what we do. We're givers to the car community.
But I think we had customers requesting.
Yeah.
So we had people wanting us to create some sort of experience to join us on our car week
Yeah.
adventures.
And it's amazing
And
how
we join
thrilling
you,
this
and we
all
join
is.
you. So we started the drive.
Yeah, we started the
Yeah.
drive and
My first time was last year. He took me my first time.
Insane.
It.
fucking went and bought a McLaren.
Yeah. Let me just put it like that.
Going
Let me
balls
just put it like
overpaid.
that.
Yeah, he's talking about balls deep and like
100%.
Yeah.
You got addicted to it. The whole thing.
Dude,
Yeah, in your backyard too. Literally, you guys are up here
Yeah.
having Car Week in your backyard. It's
fucking awesome. I love it.
Fucking trek and a
I
half.
love it. I love car week. I love.
I
car
tell
week.
him all the time he ruined me with all
I
these
ruined
cars.
it. Dude. Yeah,
Because it's hard for me to find appreciation in
Yeah, he was a BMW
Oh
fuck
my
boy
God,
when we met him.
I was balls deep in
335
BMW with the
335
N54.
I
You know what? I
with
can
his
see it.
Yeah.
ship. And to me, these are fucking shit boxes. Like,
No, yeah.
and I'm like,
Right there with you
like,
now.
go park your car like around the car. I don't want customers seeing that car. Like park it down the street. Dude.
I love it.
But now it's like, he bought that car. I'm like, dude, park it in the garage. like,
Bro,
like,
park in the
like
garage.
bring it in the
I
garage.
can tell
dude.
people like this is our mechanic's car. He's the one. That
I do, and everyone's like, wait, what the fuck? Maybe we should come work.
But now, here's the thing, though. It's crazy to think about it, but think about like people talk about getting a supercar and they talk about what a car can do for you in just one aspect. Like you guys are enthusiasts, you guys like driving it, but the amount of benefit that a car can have off being able to just driving it. You having a 650S does so much for the 408 brand. They're appreciative. You
Yeah.
get me? Because you're the head tech. You're the one when they're talking there, when he's talking his shit and he's like, there's nobody better than me. You're the one he's relying on. So the fact that you have that car, it puts it on him. He's thankful as shit that you upgraded that shit. Are you kidding
I
me?
love this guy.
100%. Like I said, there it is. To the both of you.
Yeah.
Customers adore him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Clientele adores him.
And Brandon will take over 408 Garage one day when we're
100%.
done.
I love
and,
it.
and that is the plan. Is that will be Brandon?
I'm telling you,
Brandon
I
the
can only-
GOAT.
I can only
Yeah.
Brandon's the go-to. I fucking wish. I mean, if you guys were down here, we'd do some shit with the Aventador or something crazy. 'Cause I just got the problem is that car is pretty heavy.
Bro, we have a trailer. We'll come pick it up.
No, really though. Swear to God.
Put your money where your mouth is. We'll
Eric
fucking
built,
do it.
he built. Eric has this.
Eric's bad.
exhaust.
Eric's bad.
Eric's fucking mad.
His exhausts are really nice, and
Eric
that's
is
coming
not-
from who
Eric
installs
is
them.
not just bad because of what he does. Eric is fucking brains. That dude is
Yes.
so smart.
Cerebral. He's
cerebral,
so giant when it
smart,
comes to-
and that's why we get along so good. Is because it's not like I'm calling turn 14 and hey, what do you guys have sitting on the shelf? I mean, he will tell you the ins and outs of every little millimeter, what material shit is made out of, what density, and why this is better. And you can go fucking buy your Chinese shit. And he's like, and I feel bad for him because he is getting undercut by people who will buy shit off of Alibaba.
Yep.
And buy shit off of Alibaba. And it sucks because he makes an incredible quality product. And I love working with Eric, and we put Voodoo on almost everything we do. So he's great.
After this, you got to let me rev the Aventador. You got to let me rev the Aventador for you after this.
Yes, please.
He has this new thing.
It's stupid.
called serpentine exhaust.
I know this is
So the serpentine exhaust. This thing is freaking insane. When I bought the car, so the story behind that car was he had built the car completely for a different customer. That customer ended up taking it home, drove it for a day, and was like, "This is too much." He could not handle what Eric built, so he's like, "I'm putting the car for sale." Me knowing everything about it, I was like, "I'll take the car. I don't care how
Perfect.
I have to do
Yeah.
it. Hook or by crook, I will figure this shit out."
Yep.
And I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. That car is freaking unreal.
I think it looks like when you're following like the Batmobile to the Batcave, that's like the vibes that this car puts off.
Car's freaking
It's all
ridiculous.
murdered out. I love it.
Yes,
Flames
fucking
are spitting
beautiful.
out the back.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
What was the noise? Yeah.
I love it.
This is the fun. We have fun with it.
Yeah.
Enjoying
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yes, very much so.
All right, you ready for the three?
Let's do this shit.
Are you ready? It sounds like you prepared. You're lucky. You're lucky we told you ahead of time. We're not
We
always so
normally
nice.
don't do that shit.
Really?
We normally just.
I still have fucking no idea. Like, go ahead. Ask me the question. I still-
Oh, you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't
Just
know?
Sandy.
You're lucky.
No,
Well-
Sandy still is.
I'm a nervous wreck, so I kind of have to put myself in.
Yeah, he's a hypochondriac.
I love it. Hit it.
What's the most overrated car today?
Fuck.
I know there's a lot of them.
Just one.
Let's start with P.
Just one.
Just one. Everyone's gonna fucking hate me when I say it because everyone loves them, and everyone loves them. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I think the GT3 is the most overrated car there is.
You and I are in agreement, my friend.
Yeah, a common answer.
Very
So,
common answer.
Is it the GT3?
Yeah, it's common
Really?
answer.
Is what everyone
GT-RS
says?
is technically the most common answer, but it's
Yeah.
the same shit. It really is.
I think that the RS has potential. I have a love-hate relationship with the 992. I actually really like the looks of the 992. It just needs 100 more horsepower.
Yes.
It just needs 100 more horsepower.
They need to
Or
stop-
So
200.
when the GT2 RS comes out, that might be the sweet
That shit's
spot.
gonna fuck. I promise.
I'll fuck with that
that's
car.
the- I-
The
as a-
GT,
as a
the
person
992
that hates
GT2 RS
Porsche,
is going to be.
That's the car that I'm
The
waiting to
992
see.
GT2 RS is
992
gonna be
GT2 RS will be the car.
It's gonna be
that
stupid.
will take over the world.
Yes, I agree 100%.
It's going to look like the 992 with a little more extra sauce.
Brandon?
It's going to have 850 horsepower
Overrated.
The
probably.
most overrated car. In freaking-
You know, out of all the cars I've driven and worked on, the V10 platform is great.
Let's hear it, Brandon. Let's
It's
hear it.
great. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to upset anyone because it's a great car.
Oh,
It
he's
looks
gonna-
great.
We're here to
Kick
upset
your
people.
ass if you say it.
Yes.
Do it, do
Say
it,
it.
do it. Let's hear it.
I'm not a biggest fan of that V10 platform and the R8s and
the
the
R8s, the
Huracans.
The
and it's
Huracan-
such-
So for you, it's the most common supercar.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah.
Just because
And
there's so many of them, or you don't
Well-
like
Said
how
the
they
Huracan.
drive?
Well, that's what we were saying earlier.
Yeah.
they drive nice.
It's a
They
tie
drive
between
nice.
the Huracan and it's between the Huracan and the
Yeah.
3. And I'm even at the point, and I'm going to piss some people off here. Is I don't even know if I'd even. Huracan is getting to be like a non-exotic at this point because everyone and their fucking mother has one. Like everyone's got one.
It's the barrier to entry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
to
is.
be able to get one is becoming more. It's just easier and easier and easier.
Because technically, if you want to start defining, and this is such a rabbit hole to go down, Porsche is not considered an exotic or a supercar.
It's not.
Right? But a Huracan is. And it's considered an exotic, quote unquote exotic because it's an Italian.
It's a mid-engine, rear-end.
Mid-engine, right. It falls down that whole platform.
V10 Lamborghini.
But is it though? Because everyone and their mom has one. You can get it for under $200,000.
I'll tell you this though,
I
the
don't have
reliability on them, motor wise, it's great.
Exactly.
Like it's
trade-off.
surprising. They're so reliable for a supercar, and I'm emphasizing for a supercar
Right.
because obviously nothing's reliable at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Sandy?
Most
No, I
overrated.
agree with Huracan.
Most
I mean, we
overrated
were
car.
kind of going back and forth with the GT3 RS, GT3, but I think Huracan. I think that's my final answer.
Huracan.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for
that's
you. Good for you.
Still a great car.
Yeah, just the most overrated.
Not
most overrated.
not my favorite pick out of the bunch.
Most overrated.
On the contrary, what's the most underrated car? You ready for this one?
That's the hardest question there is because there's so many. There's just so many.
Porsche
So
Panamera
Turbo
S
S,
Hybrid Sport Turismo.
Michael.
Man, that I really had to think about that one.
But you know what? Honestly,
That's a long
or
name.
I would say the Lotus Evora because we've owned one, and I think it's like a typical baller on a budget car. But people don't realize the power that it has, the agility. It's so nimble. You're going through those twisties on a rally, and no one's gonna keep up.
Yeah,
Evora GT,
I've not.
bro, it is bad. It is bad.
Yeah.
It is one of the best cars I've ever driven in my life. It's so nimble. It's not fast, but it's fast enough.
Yeah.
Because who cares what it does on the highway? I can give two shits. You see that right there? You see that one finger right there? You see this one finger? Two shits, right? I don't give a shit how it drives on the freeway. When you put it on the hills, almost nothing can keep up with it.
What about the new Amira?
I love the new Amira. I absolutely love it. I actually told her like when it's time to give up the Aston, I would. She's like, no, you can't go down to an Amira. It's like, I like that car.
Down to the mirror. I feel you.
I like that
You're
Amira.
up here already.
You are up here. You are up here, but remember, right? We're Northern California.
It's
I don't
and.
give two shits about what people think of when it's parked.
It's not the
I wanna
SoCal stunt. It's the
I want to
SoCal
see your
stunt.
fucking lap times. I want to see your lap times at Laguna, what they are, because that's gonna be like how that car handles.
Why can't it be and the Amira?
Because I can't afford it.
Well, so
because we've got an empire we're trying to
Hey,
build.
we got the vault.
We're still
respect
building
it.
our empire.
I
with the
respect it.
Amira, the new Amira, you've got V6 auto, V6 stick,
Manual.
and then you've got the dual
The
clutch
Mercedes,
AMG
the
4.5.
AMG motor, the
So what would
four-cylinder
be? What
one.
would you take?
Oh, hands down, it would be the Camry platform with the Edelbrock supercharger and a manual transmission.
The exposed manual.
That's
Those
it.
are so snappy.
So here's
So
the thing though.
snappy.
Here's the thing though, right? Because I was telling him how bad I brag about that car all the time, and ours was over the top. Like I had a GTC 500 wing on it. We built ours. It had the big wing, it had a big front spoiler on it. Everything was chassis mounted. It was a beast on the track, right? And I was telling him about it. He's like, "This is fucking Lotus, dude." And so we actually had a customer bring one to us to tune and do some work on it. And he was like, I was like, dude, go drive this car. Go drive this car.
Yeah,
He
after
came
we
back.
tuned
He's
it.
like, okay, dude, like I get it. Like it's
You don't even need to drive that fast to understand its capability.
Yeah.
You just take a couple turns and you realize how nimble
Wear
it
that
is.
shit. It's really-
it's,
Yeah.
it's
wear the
so
car.
Yeah.
light. It's
wear
so
the car.
light. The shifter, the stock shifter, feels like a numeric shifter.
It really does.
You
that
feel
tight?
it's so tight and mechanical. It feels like you have a numeric shifter in the car. It's carbon fiber everywhere. The whole car is carbon fiber Alcantara. The seats are carbon fiber. The back bumpers are carbon fiber. It's carbon fiber everywhere. I love that car. She had the Evora, I had the Aston, and it was like, okay, we're gonna get another car, so pick which one you want to. But I will say I regret keeping the Aston and getting rid of the Evora.
I can't believe that I'm hearing
But
that.
for me, for image purposes, like I just don't want a Mega.
Yeah, I love it.
You go on a rally and you see these $500 million cars.
You don't fit in. You definitely don't fit in.
What do you
They
pick?
can't all keep up.
Exactly. The enthusiast side or the imagery side?
Bro, we
What do
took
you
that.
pick?
We took that car on Gold Rush Rally. It was when we were going through the hills. It's untouchable.
Nobody can touch you.
It's untouchable.
I feel you. I would be fucking lagging it back. Are you kidding me? I'm
It's
sitting there.
bad. It's
We're doing it
bad.
right now.
I mean, imagine,
Sitting there
imagine that.
trying to
Like,
grab up
now
the
picture
event
that.
car. I'm like,
A
this is not built
Lotus
for this.
Evora across the country with all of our suitcases in there and stuff like that.
That's the craziest part.
Yeah, and we did it. We took it on Gold Rush one year. We took the Aston on the year after, and
I love it.
and the year after that. So that was fun.
Most underrated car?
Most
Brandon?
underrated car.
I'd
Don't
probably
no, don't pick mine. You can't pick mine.
answer though.
respect
It's literally
The V8 Vantage?
yeah. The first time I drove that car,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's
He wasn't- he was-
it looks cool. I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
Taking that on the drive, okay, that thing's quick. It'll break the tires probably till 30, really easily.
Yeah.
With some Cup 2s, a good tire,
Stick.
some good
It
rubber.
comes stock with Cup 2s.
Stick.
It comes stock with Cup 2s. It comes stock with APs.
Wow.
How are you going to tell me that's not the most underrated car there is?
Everything feels
It
so
comes with
great
AP
on the car.
brakes. It comes with AP. It comes with Sport Cup 2. It comes with a fucking Magnuson supercharger. You can see the fucking supercharger thing in your rear view mirror, like moving. You go,
Oh, I said Aston.
Oh, you're saying the Evora. He said the V8 Vantage.
I said the
Aston?
yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking.
No.
I thought you were saying the Evora. You think the Aston is the most underrated car?
Well, it's because no one talks about them. No one talks about them. No one.
I
There's
love it.
there's no camera.
Yeah. We've had that answer before. That people that have had these cars or driven them
They just
love them.
yeah.
And being someone who has an old Aston Martin and never having like really thought like I would own an Aston Martin, I've been blown away by like the driving character.
Yeah.
There's a manual.
It's not.
It's not a manual.
It's an automated manual.
It's an auto.
Fucking single clutch stick.
You're right. Oh, the single clutch is
If I
different.
had to keep that car, I would manual swap it, like the AMR. Try to find
Yeah.
an AMR manual transmission.
You're a crackhead, man. You're a
For
nut.
real.
You know that? I love that shit. You're like everything. You're like fuck it to the max. Fuck it to the max. I love that shit. Dude. I love it.
Go big or go home. Like that's.
You want to rip the last one?
Yeah, this might be the hardest question out of all of them.
You guys will be together on this question. You guys got to come together for this question.
Oh, together?
Yeah, you guys got to come together. They're a couple. I want them to come together. You guys had to be in agreement with your answer, and then he can have his own separate answer. Okay?
No budget, 3-car garage, but you only get 3 cars for everything you
no
need to
budget,
do.
though.
So here's the problem. Here's
You
what.
don't have your own garage
Wait.
anymore.
Here's the problem. We have a 6-car garage.
Oh, that's
she
too
has her 3, and I have
Only pick 3, baby. Only pick 3.
cars. Okay. You get to pick 2. I'll pick 1.
So we need like a practical.
Exactly. You got to live your life.
So we got to live our life, right? So we have a boat. We live on the water. We live in Discovery Bay.
I'm gonna tow that boat with the colon.
Fuck yeah.
That's my daily.
I'm good with the I'm good with the coal in it.
Submit.
I'm going with it too.
Are you okay with the call?
I'm okay.
good with it.
I'm okay
with the coal in it.
I'm okay with the coal in it. I can pull the boat with
spec? Spec it out real quick too.
Oh boy.
Calling in. We going matte black with the
Forgiatos?
Hermes orange or
Forgiatos?
the 4Gs?
I think I would go
24s?
like a matte gray. Like
Matte
I'm a
gray.
gray girl. Yeah.
Like a royal blue
Her
interior?
Panamera is matte. It's all.
But darker, dark.
Dark purple
Batgirl,
interior?
almost like Batgirl, but dark. Something quilted. I want
red, blue,
no.
purple.
I have an aversion to red. I think I'm
Yellow.
gonna go with like a mauve, like a quilted mauve.
Wow.
All right.
I love it.
For the men out there driving to work in the morning, what is mauve?
It's like a pinky purple.
Okay. You heard her.
Pinky
a pinky
purple.
purple.
It's a pinky purple gray.
A pinky purple gray.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's next?
So let's hold it.
Calling in.
Supercar. We gotta have a supercar there.
So now you threw a car.
Oh fuck. Supercar.
Supercar.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna let her pick the supercar because no, we got the goal. Go ahead.
I need a convertible. I'll probably go with 918.
Wow.
Wow. Good choice.
Phenomenal pick.
I feel like I could track it.
Are you ready
too.
for that? 918?
You would be good with that or no?
It's a hell of a garage already lining itself up. Yeah.
I'm okay with the 918. Are you good with the 918?
I'm really good with an 918.
You're throwing heaters tonight.
Yeah, that's
Coley in 918.
yeah. Should call it in.
Great about this.
Yeah, I was.
Now
I
you've
was
got to
worried
call
about
in an
it. I'm gonna
918.
say fuck it. I don't care.
As long as you don't throw in a Lotus,
Yeah, you're
No.
we're in agreement.
So far, she's like.
Don't fumble.
That's it.
No, you
Slam dunk.
Do a
You
thing.
This last
want
one.
me to complete the third?
No, this last one's Isaac. You got to do it.
No, it's you. It's you.
All right. So what do we got? We got a 918. We got a supercar. Now we need a shit box. I'm just kidding.
Porsche. There you go.
Yeah.
A Miata, probably.
No, fuck
I was
that.
about to say Miata.
Not that bad on the shit box.
That's 2000.
So what type of car, right?
Whatever
so,
you want.
So you ready? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, okay? Because we can drive the 918, we can drive that. I'm going to throw something so far. I bet you no one has ever said this on your show.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to fucking mic drop this
I know what it
motherfucker.
is.
No, you don't know what it is. Ready? I'm going to pick a fucking radical.
Wow.
Okay, I fucked up. So I'm sorry. I fucked up. It is not a radical. She got me. She got me. So I'm picking an Eleanor 67 fastback.
Really? Eleanor.
100%. Eleanor 67 fastback.
I saw one this weekend.
That's it.
Gorgeous.
That is if you gave me $37 million and you told me right now go buy whatever you want, I would buy an
37
Eleanor.
million.
The first thing you did.
I would.
Eleanor.
I wouldn't. It wouldn't even be a choice. My two dream cars that I can't decide between the two was a 65 Shelby Daytona and an Eleanor. And we had the opportunity to buy the 65 Shelby Daytona, and we were able to buy it just like you were able to go that. I fucking love that car. I love that car so much. Okay, that the first time we drove it, I blew the motor on it.
So you must really love that shit.
I was racing my buddy Dom. We were getting on the freeway, and he has an Evo, Huracan Evo, and so our Daytona had a meth injected blown 347 stroker motor. So it was like something like around like 690 horsepower.
Jeez, nasty.
It was bad. This
Yeah.
thing is you have to wear headphones in this car. It had no windows, no
You
windows.
got like the helicopter.
Yep. It was
He's got the whole disc.
It was bad. So not only that, but we bagged. It was on bags.
Yeah.
That's a bad bitch, Stan. That's a bad bitch. I love it.
It's like, and that sucker was a bag, and he would.
I don't know if that was
It'd go down to his
embarrassing or
balls on the floor,
impressive.
dude. It was.
Then you got the headset.
Yeah. He had the
It's
headset.
not like it
and
fit the
everything.
car.
Yes.
You're driving down the highway and you're like, I have to pee. Can we stop?
What was that?
Oh shit! Yeah, this is bad. Oh yeah, this is bad. I was driving behind one of these.
Wait, are you pulling up when it was actually here at the party in the backyard on the grass and you
love
tore
it.
apart the whole fence to get that car on the lawn?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that thing is
I love
hot. Hot.
It's a bad bitch.
But you take an Eleanor. Gray, black stripes. Classic Nicolas Cage.
I love it.
Go big.
Oh, hold on.
She was absolutely right. Like I thought I was going to pick a radical. But
No, she knows. She knows you.
she knows me better than I know me.
Well, you were upset when I said we need to sell the car for a new kitchen.
For a kitchen?
Yeah.
Wow.
You got. Hey, you got.
Who
to do
needs
what
a
you gotta do.
kitchen?
You have to
can't drive
cook,
a
you have to
kitchen.
eat. We
You
can't
got to
eat
do.
in a-
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
I know whatever kitchen
more
you
In-N-Out.
have, you can cook in.
Yeah.
Sure.
No, that shit's bad.
All right, Brandon, have you had enough time to pick a 3-car garage
I
yet?
think so.
Let's hear it.
Obviously, first.
McLaren.
No.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
I can't do all three because I have to have appreciation other places. Yeah. Senna. If money's not an option,
Senna.
Fuck yeah.
Senna right off the bat. I gotta say, car that was on my wall since I was a kid. F40, red F40.
Really?
What
do you know about F40? You're a little
Dude, he had one on his wall since he was a kid.
23. What do you know about an F40?
I'm talking when I was young. I saw it in. I forgot. What
F50's better.
I had a Countach on my wall when I was 16. I was a little kid. I was
Countach.
Countach, yeah. Countach.
My mom
Countach.
put sugar.
Those
in
are
some
way
guy's
back.
gas
Those are
tank
back in the
like
days.
that. Yeah.
Wolf of Wall Street style, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we got
Last one.
Third
Senna,
one.
F40, Urus.
I mean, no, it's probably going to be something for the
X6M.
girlfriend, you know. G-wagon, it had to be.
G63.
G-Wagon?
That's what
G63.
she wants. That's not my.
No, this
choice.
is
That-
your garage, Brandon.
Oh, it's mine.
No, he's
It's not
your
hers.
he's thinking about it though. I like it though.
Yeah.
He's forced.
G-Wagon.
I always try to plan for
It's
the
for- I
future.
like that.
I'm not
I
a
like that
at the
answer.
moment guy. I'm a okay. What's happening?
I like the forethought.
This is your
You
garage.
really are Armenian, aren't you?
The
I
funny part,
knew it.
The-
I fucking.
he's not. The thing is, he's Mexican.
not Armenian.
He's
I
not.
smelled Glendale
He's a
on you. I
fucking
smelled it when it was.
He's Mexican. But we call
Yeah,
him an Armenian. He
get
looks like a
Armenian all
fucking
the time.
Armenian.
All the
he
time.
Looks like, and now he drives like one.
Where I live in LA is like Armenian king. Literally,
Yeah.
like you see G63s like they're Camrys. Like that.
Okay, bro.
Yes,
Glendale.
So do you submit G63
So-
or are you changing it up?
I would probably say I'd probably say Turbo S.
I respect it.
You know, I
Yeah.
if
It's
it's
a little sad, but I respect it.
if they're all
Yeah,
cars
yeah.
for me, well, that'd be a great day.
There are. It's your garage.
It'd be a great daily.
Still a little sad, but
No, but they're
I'll let you say it.
reliable.
It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's all right. I'll tolerate
Let
it.
the kid have it.
There's our garage.
Fair enough.
Yes.
It's a good garage.
It's fucking awesome.
Well, it's been fun. This is our first live show.
Yeah, I
Live
love
at
it. We had-
party
this is
in
a
Car
blast.
Week of
Yeah.
all places.
Thank you for hosting us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for inviting us to this fucking
Absolutely.
wonderful event.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
crazy
thank you for chatting
food.
with us, guys.
Next year we'll do the full Car Week experience.
You come with us.
This is our first year coming out in full force. So
Yeah.
us being able to adjust everything, figuring it out. Now we have everything dialed in.
Yeah.
Next year we're ready to roll.
Yeah.
So we're doing it.
Let's do it.
It'll be here before you know it.
Fucking pleasure. Yes.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Pleasure.
Good.
Thank you.
This has been Supercar Connection. We're here at 4A Garage. Stay
Thank
tuned
you.
for next episode. See you guys.
We're
later.
out.
We're out.